Welcome to Rewind, the podcast.
Okay, so are you a scary movie girly or no?
Okay, this is a big thing. I am a scary movie girly when they're thrillers and suspense.
Oh.
I don't do Hey Satan. I don't do possession. I don't do like we're gonna like blood and gore. Like can sometimes like I won't watch Saw. They're just throwing red Kool-Aid around everywhere. Like I'm not doing all that.
Gotcha.
The Terrifier, you will never catch me.
I've never even heard of that.
You know that gay little clown who's like. Let's throw a picture up. That's the Terrifier. That's the Terrifier.
Okay, I'm not watching that.
Okay.
Well, I'm asked that to say I had me and my friend's boyfriend Anthony.
Whore.
You calling me a whore?
Yeah.
I'm a whore.
Depends on the day, low-key. Yeah.
I have a lot of boyfriends who have boyfriends.
It's okay. Your gay tea is valid.
Yeah, and I also am not touching anyone's peen in this equation. I just go places.
We know.
I just go places with them.
You're getting off topic. This scary movie.
Sorry. So we had like a little scary movie marathon yesterday.
Okay.
We this group of friends, we love to go to the theater, child, and watch 89 movies in a row because we're Regal members.
Regal, we still have not heard back from you.
Oh gosh, I didn't know we reached out.
We did many times. Anyways.
Maybe we're giving Desperate Debbie. Maybe they're afraid of us.
Sponsor us. I'm going to send the Terrifier in your DMs. That's what I'm going to do.
I don't like him.
So anyways.
But we saw what we'd already seen as a group. A few of us went and saw Blink twice. He was not there that night. Crazy. So good. Channing Tatum's great. I can never remember the woman's name who's the main character in that. Naomi Aki. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I'm just going to say real quick, everybody did a good job and it was good. Yeah. Basically, we saw Seek Me Not, Silent as Lambs.
Speak No Evil.
Hush. What's it called?
Speak No Evil.
We saw Speak No Evil. I don't know the name of no movies.
You don't. It stars James McAvoy, Mr. Tumnus from Chronicles of Narnia. James McAvoy.
You really know these names.
Mm-hmm,
wow.
I'm plugged in because I go to the Regal.
Is he the scary guy?
He's the one from Split. That wasn't me. That was Patricia.
He is such a good actor.
He's so good.
My gosh.
He has rugby legs.
He's fine too.
Rugby legs.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
We about to talk about Speak No Evil, See No Evil, Touch No Evil.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ain't seen it.
The U.S. version, the version from the U.K., which is a lot more wild, where you can look at that one on your own.
Did you make that up?
No, that's what it's based off of. You need to do your research.
Yeah.
As a black woman who likes to teach me history, you need to do your research.
Yeah. I usually skip horror movie history, but I will add it to my list moving forward. So give me your thoughts.
Okay, so I went and saw that, and it was a very uncomfortable watch. And not just because like it's a horror movie. I love it when a horror movie does not have like music or like da da ba, like it wasn't jump scares. It was just this long like bated breath of like this will not end.
You're waiting for the other shoe to drop the entire time.
If I could take my blood pressure at that thing, it would have been like sky high because I was just like, what is going on? And then after I was stressed, I was pissed. Pissed the off.
Because go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because these are my 3 takeaways from the movie without spoiling a lot. Speak up. The movie's called Speak No Evil, but it should be called Speak the up.
It really should.
The second rule is after so many times you get what you get. And then the third one is children are not in charge. And that is what I will lead with if you have not seen this. Amen?
Amen. I would have said it a little bit differently. The first rule is never let people take your power.
So demure, so mindful.
Don't let people take your power. Mm-hmm. If you have something to say, say it. And if this,
and Raven follows that to a T.
100%. Rule number 2, you have the power over your own body. Mm-hmm. And if you
what is it called? Autonomy.
If you feel in your spirit like, this ain't right. Mm-hmm. They might trap me up and hide me in the wall. Mm-hmm. They're kind of weird. Get your ass on.
You don't have to worry about hurting feelings.
Nobody's feelings gonna be
You don't have
hurt.
to
Do you want to
explain
be
yourself.
dead?
No. You know how I know that was going to go sour? From the first 3 minutes, they're at a very nice, like, Four Seasons-esque resort in Italy, and that grown-ass man comes over and does a cannonball into a pool at 9 in the morning.
It's
I said,
true.
that's when I would have said, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
You don't even have enough sense to do this. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
We're not doing it.
And then the last rule is, I'm going to say it exactly how Blake said it. Children don't run nothing.
Children don't run shit.
Children are children. Y'all, if you are the adult, be the adult in the situation. Because guess what? I'm not getting my head chopped off over no little kid stuff.
No, literally. Oh, my favorite bear. Grow up. Get the over it. You are 11 years
You're
old.
12.
You need to be looking at Hillary Duff videos or something. I don't know.
You're 12, baby girl. You're 12.
No.
But overall, I give it like an 8 out of 10. It was good. The acting was really good.
Acting was superb.
Everybody did a good job. Like, nobody was the weak link.
No.
It was a little annoying. Like, the series of events were annoying. But overall, I thought it was a really good movie.
Girl.
I will say there was a gore aspect.
A slight. Have you seen Saw?
Slight?
Have you seen The Terrifier?
Okay, but let's not desensitize ourselves to the fact that someone got to close your ears and your eyes.
Yeah, but still.
And the...
Oh, that part.
Like, it's
yes.
a lot.
Also,
okay.
no. One more time.
Go ahead,
When that happened, when he was doing that, I would have been like, okay, we're actually going to go and leave you here. Because, like, I don't know what's happening with that. Okay.
No, I honestly...
Okay, Gabe.
Okay, Gabe. Honestly, when he did that, I was like, good for you.
Really?
Because that is a part of my personality.
You would get the revenge.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, go see it. It's one worth seeing.
It was really good. And Blink Twice was really good, too.
It was good. Go see them both.
Go see them both. Okay, I want to talk to you about a real-life horror movie.
What?
Which is The Debate that was on 2 weeks ago. Okay, so The Debate happened.
Way behind.
We're not behind, but we film. So fun little behind-the-scenes tea. We film either on Sundays or Mondays, and that debate happened on Tuesdays. So they were kind of rude for not going by our schedule, but that's neither here nor there. So The Debate.
We film on Sundays and we release episodes on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So, like, if something happens on, like, a Tuesday or a Monday, we have to wait until we haven't figured out a way to do, like...
quick editing.
Or no, like, let's meet up all tonight and film this because we're, like, busy.
Yeah, we have... Until y'all start paying us, and by y'all, I mean corporations.
Yeah.
Brand deals, we have to work.
We have to go.
We're
to
gals
work.
on the go. We're the ladies who lunch.
Yeah.
And 401ks tops over Instagram.
For
so,
sure.
anyways.
So, back to the debate.
Mm-hmm.
I was so proud. It's a Kamala
It's a
phenomenon.
Kamala phenomenon. Even though they're eating the dogs, they're taking the cats.
They're eating the cats. Eating the cats. Eating the cats. Eating the cats. Get it. Eat that cat. Eat that cat. Eat that cat. Eat that cat. Eat that.
Former president.
I forgot where I was.
You did.
I forgot where I was.
Eat a cat. Eat a cat. Eat a cat. Eat a cat. I love it.
First of all,
pop your tongue.
I
love it when you do that. I love when Raven goes. First of all, I can't do it.
Well, child, I can't do it on cue. It just gotta happen. The ancestors have to give me the go ahead.
You got a black girl to the side.
Exactly, yeah. But Donald was crazier than usual because he was losing. She baited him. He took the bait, and he could not get it back together.
It was. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna be the devil's advocate.
The devil don't need no advocates.
Somebody say yeah. But I will say, I saw a clip recently on TikTok from when he had the debate with Hillary Clinton all those years ago. How we're still doing this, I don't know. But all those years ago, and even though that was, still night and day on, like, candidates, he was more like with it. He seemed more like
old.
I know, but he seemed more like I can talk about these issues, and now you just see that it's gone on to full, what's the word, like not fantasy, but just like
someone said he's the old man yelling at the clouds.
Literally, it was from
that
the
is that is who he literally.
But like they're eating the dog, like all those kind of things,
well,
and when he's like
just
the transgender aliens, all that kind of stuff.
Eating the dogs and eating the cats. Yes, we've made it cute online, and it's funny because he's ridiculous. But the root is very racist and not cool. And like they've been Haitian people in particular, have been saying like hate crimes have gone up. People have been harassed because of this. Like,
bomb threats were called into Springfield, Ohio, for real.
It's just, yeah. So because he doesn't have the maturity to think before he speaks, like, he really puts people in horrible predicaments.
Yeah.
Right. But on a more positive note, I thought Kamala did exactly what she needed to do. Gabe and I watched it together, and we both kind of felt like, and I'm not speaking for Gabe, but he was there too, and he could correct me if I'm wrong. Like, we could have had more issues, like, talked about. I feel like I get that she has the three big points of the night that she kept repeating, which was the $6,000 or maybe $4,000 tax
for
break for new parents.
Yes, I think it's 6,000, but yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say it was at 4 or 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kamala, I'm gonna read up on your policies better later. The second one was a $25,000
new business.
Yeah. There was a new homeowners plan that I can't remember the number to.
Yeah, or the general policy.
And then there was one more.
There was one more.
There was one more.
She had good points. I don't remember.
This is not CNN.
This is not CNN. We're supposed to talk about, like, the outfits.
I'm just saying. This is not CNN. Ain't no political science majors
go watch
in there.
Rachel Maddow or Tucker Carlson,
Seriously.
whichever side you lie on.
But yeah, I get that she was trying to hit those hard, but like because he's a mess, it's hard to stay. Because then you have to be like, no, I'm not trying to take your guns. No, I'm not trying to execute newborn babies.
That was wild.
Let's talk about the commentators, mediators, interviewers. Let's start with David Muir.
Okay.
Daddy.
Hot.
I would watch him tell me anything about anybody anytime.
He would have said, wrap it up, and I would have said, wrap what up?
He was really hot. I hate to subject him to just that, but like he was.
It's a pop culture podcast.
Really
You're hot. Go on, what's it called, that radio on PBS? Go on NPR if you want to do the details. You're hot, okay?
He's really hot. And I'm sure he does great work, but I'm not familiar with David like that. This was my intro to David, and I plan to watch him on everything he ever covered for the rest of his life. And then my girl, Lindsay
Davis.
She could be my cousin.
She could.
We got Davises. The fact checking. When she
was
said,
Googling.
when she was like, nowhere in the United States does that happen. We don't do that. I was like, eat him up, sis.
Oh, okay. So let me just tell you the wildest thing. So I did not watch the debate live. I had to watch it later because I was at the TPAC watching Clue, Tennessee Performing Arts Center. If you're out there, hello, we are big fans. We are season ticket holders. If Regal won't call us, you should, because we really enjoy your company.
Seriously.
All that to say, I got on TikTok and Instagram and X, and the commentary was wild. But then I got on Facebook, and you see a whole new world. People were like, it was 26.
They're one-sided. They're not letting him say anything.
He's not even getting to present a good offense. Mama, there was no offense to be had.
He told y'all all he had was concepts of plans.
I have a concept of a plan.
Concept of a plan.
That was us trying to plan this podcast for the first 2 years.
Seriously.
We were like, what are we going to do? We were like, let's go to the Olive Garden, and then we would just like not talk about it. We had concepts of a plan.
I thought, long story short, this is all over the place, but long story short, I thought she did what she needed to do. But the real win of the night was our girl, Taylor Luann.
Oh, God.
Coming in with the endorsement in the final hour.
Can I be a hater for a second?
Oh, no.
We knew the endorsement was coming.
Did we?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. She could have said nothing. And no shade to the white women who watch us. I love you all.
Hello, whites.
Some of my favorite people are white.
Wahites.
White women be white women in like that sometimes, where like it doesn't affect them, so they're just like, I'm just not gonna.
Yeah.
I just don't want to like be divisive, and I just don't want to upset anybody, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself. And with that new boyfriend running around looking like he was leading the charge on January 6th, she had that option.
She did.
And she made the choice
hugging Brittany Mahomes.
Exactly. Running around with Brittany Mahomes, Kiki for Cocoa Puffs all week. She could have made a different choice, so I'm proud of her for making the choice to stand up for democracy and to throw her hat in the ring, because she has a stake in this like the rest of us. My second note, this was obviously planned with the campaign because she left to the man or came out to the man or whatever. Like this was obviously, this was planned. I'm sure they talked about timing, and I'm sure the Harris Walls ticket people were like, good on ya.
Yeah. And I'm glad she endorsed.
Yeah, and with her link that she posted, 406,000 people registered to vote.
Okay. I have something to say. When she did her little post at the end of the Reputation tour, when it came to, I don't like Marsha Blackburn, she's a Donald Trump supporter, blah, 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 we had a lot of people register to vote. This is not against her, by the way. See, I'll give credit where it's due. I'm glad she's doing this, and a lot of people are registering to vote. Actually vote.
Why are you screaming?
Because I'm actually slightly annoyed, and it's coming out today. When it comes to elections, they love to talk about how many people are registered to vote, what people do, celebrities endorse, yada, yada, yada. But guess what? On November 6th,
you the one hollering at people.
I
You
know,
better
for
be
real.
like, you better know what day it is.
Bit loud and right. On the second Tuesday in November, the first Tuesday in November. Maybe I should sit back. On November 5th.
You better keep all this in. I'm going to hold you to it, too.
On November 5th, I don't care what you register for, who you care, celebrities like blah, blah, blah. You need to get out there and vote, because this is my one thing that makes me nervous.
If you register for Donald Trump, the voting day is November 8th. If you register to vote for Donald Trump, make sure you're at the polls on the 8th.
This is what makes me nervous, though, about all of it, is when Hillary was running against Donald, they were like, we've got this, we've got this, we've got this. The polls are in our favor. This is in our favor. And then that night was wild beyond compare. And then last time when certain things like that happened, like we've got the numbers, and it was just this all-out circus. And I've worked in politics where we've said, oh, they're doing great on TikTok, they're doing this, they've got the social media, people are gagging, they're doing memes. And then when the day finally came, the person they were rooting for still lost. And so that's why I'm saying, please be mindful that it's more than just memes and celebrity endorsements. You have to vote. I'm done.
And you can go to votevotevote.com.
Or org, we don't know.
You ain't like, I'm pretty sure it's Tom.
I think it's Tom.
That was an inside joke. Our friend works on the Vote 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 campaign situation, and we kept getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's votevotevote.com.
Votevotevote.com. You can register on votevotevote.com.
Stop acting like it was your idea. I'm going to say it.
I edited
You
it.
can register at votevotevote.com.
.com. There. I want to talk about the VMAs.
I want to talk about the VMAs too. Who do you want to start with?
I want to start with our girl Sabrina Carpenter.
Ah!
No, actually, you know what? I want to start back. I want to go back to the red carpet before the show.
Okay.
Chapel Roan. You shut the up. That witch finger. Someone got cursed that night.
They did.
They began to cough
Also,
3 days later.
I don't blame her.
That is.
Because it is, I will say, let's start with this. We watched the pre-show on some channel, child, MTV probably, I don't know. It had some people on it. I can't remember their names. And that red carpet was chaos. There was people everywhere. Nothing looked organized. And I know shade to whoever organized this or whatever, but it just looked like wild.
It's wild.
So I couldn't tell if the person who said that to her was actually saying it to her or if it got lost in translation or what, but she snapped back quick.
I know we talk about Chapel Roan a lot too, but there was a heated debate that came up at our watch party because she was like, any interview it seemed like she was like, I'm stressed, it's a lot, it's just, and it's like,
I said, if I were her, I would not go to the red carpet.
Yeah. And you have that option.
Because she said, like, for a person with anxiety and everyone's yelling at you, like, it's terrifying. It's horrifying. She used the words horrifying, terrifying. And my thing is, like, don't feel like you have, and I don't know what her obligations were or whatever, but I feel like your mental health is top all things. And, like, don't feel like you have to do that. Like, take your photos. Like, she looks fantastic. Or don't take questions. go stand in front of the thing, smile 1, 2, 3, 4 if you want to show off your outfit, and get escorted to your seat.
Literally.
Like, you don't have to do, please don't feel like you have to do this for us.
Literally.
If you feel like this is something you want to conquer and do for yourself, that's another thing. But that is not an obligation. Like, if you want it to be about the music and the art, like, it can be that.
When the CMAs were happening here in Nashville, it was right after Miranda Lambert and Blake Shelton announced their divorce to high country music fanfare. I was her red carpet escort for the CMAs, and they said, "Hi, this is your red carpet escort, Blake."
Oh no!
But she went on the step and repeat, and she had these beautiful diamond shoes, and she popped them out, and she posed, and she did her thing, and she was smiling like she was not hurting in the world. We went right back, and she said, "I don't want to talk to a single person." They slipped off those heels, and they put on orthopedic shoes on her, and she went down the secret hallway to the thing. And that's all you have to do.
But I think she's also new. So it's like the obligation. I think it's easy to feel like you have to. And I think at that point, people are probably in your ear saying, well, if you don't, this, and this. And if you don't, this is this.
But she sounds okay with it ending.
But my thing, though, is that, like, it doesn't really matter for her. Yeah. If you're the kind of pop girly that's riding the high of, like, little talent, no shade, then you have to do that right? But she'll be okay. Like,
because we heard that performance.
Right. She's got nothing to worry about. As long as she keeps doing that, tickets are going to get sold. People are going to show up. I think she's going to be fine. So I get the, like, feeling like you have to, but I honestly don't think she has to, in my very humble opinion.
And she slayed. You know who else slayed?
Sabrina
Carpenter. Now, I got some backstage tea.
Oh, cool.
So, because, you know, me and Raven were talking about at the watch party that we were like, why aren't the VMA cameras messy this year?
Yeah. Oh, that's my biggest note.
Biggest beef.
Because, okay, give me 2007, where if someone just broke up and a song, if Justin Timberlake's up there singing Cry Me a River, there is a Britney cam. If Britney's up there singing I Hate You, I Kick You in the Face, there is a Justin cam.
Love that song.
If someone's beefing, there is a camera for reactions. MTV gave us nothing.
Nothing. Now, here's my behind the scenes too. Well, they said there's now a social cam and that stuff appears on.
Oh, you could tell that.
But the Sabrina tea was that both times, or for songs, both Sean and Camilla were not in the audience at all. They were backstage. And I was like, this is what I'll have to say about Camilla Cabello.
Lying. Wait, time out. Don't drop that bomb and try to smooth over it. They weren't in the audience for the performance.
From my insider, they said they were not in the audience. So they said that they weren't there, and which I think is real funny to me, because Miss Camilla decided she wanted to get all up in that little camera like that and do all that and sing June Bloom, which we all know is allegedly about Sabrina when Camilla found out she was dating Sean for the 12 seconds she was. And so I'm just like, so you're so big and bold, but you don't want that camera to watch you doing stank face.
Exactly.
Because you were dancing in front of that camera all night long like you were Taylor Swift.
Can I just like definitively say this on the internet, and I can't change my mind? I don't think I like her.
No, I don't think I do
don't
either.
like how she
Her first album was lit.
I just don't like how she moves. It's not giving girls girl. It's not giving, like, I'm going to say it's giving, like, self-indulgent and, like, very much messy boots.
She is her own hag.
Like, I just feel like she's always in something, and the music is not good. I would like her more if the music was good. I know.
Be messy.
Yeah, be messy, but, like, not you giving us
11. Shut the up.
I just don't. I think maybe she's trying to go for, like, a younger group, but, like, ma'am, you're not 19.
No, she's like 28.
So I feel like, I don't know.
I'm not on the train.
I'm not either.
But the thing is if the Cabellers or the Camillas or whatever they are, the Ballers, I don't know, if they get a hold of this, we gonna have a field
Are they
day.
bad?
Oh, they're like worse than the Swifties. They're worse than
really?
the Gomezers.
Oh, you did
They make
say
the
that.
Barbs look like needle knitters. Yeah.
Ooh,
But we can kind of rapid fire this. Shawn Mendes did not do it for me. his like I'm in the woods ethereal, I'm on mushrooms
I do
thing.
like Eddie though, the guitar player.
Eddie was good.
He's good.
He was good. Let me tell you who I really was surprised by, and I kind of have a crush on now, is that Benson Boone.
Benson Boone.
The Benson Boone.
He's cute.
He was. He did that.
I like him.
Please take these beautiful things. But not the key change.
He flipped and flipped and flipped. It was making me nervous. I wish he would sit down.
It makes me
Benson,
nervous.
babes.
Yes. Always
Chill.
make sure the floor is dry before you do that.
Seriously, and that you have rubber on the bottom of your
Yes.
shoes.
We're going to come see you in October, so make sure you say hello.
Oh, we are?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get us tickets?
I'm going to try.
Okay. Loved Benson.
Yes.
My new boyfriend
Is your new boyfriend?
is Teddy.
Teddy swims.
I
He needs to tour. Ugh.
I'm really attracted to him
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden.
And he has face tattoos.
And normally I'm not a face tattoos girly.
They were working for me.
But like it was giving rough and tumble and
Mhm.
sexy. Teddy, I don't know if you're married.
He's hot. And that voice.
Definitely zaddy
Ugh.
energy.
Let me talk about this. Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. I know she is under some heat right now for who she's working with on this new album, but let me tell you what. That performance got me together.
She
the
was
dancers were dancing.
fantastic.
The vocals were on.
The scissors were scissoring.
The scissoring. I'm his girl. He's my man, or whatever. Yeah. No. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Teddy Swims walked in. Sorry, I spilled my coffee.
She is such a great performer.
Such a good performer.
It's so fun to watch.
Well, and that's why I'm like, that's why you had a Vegas residency.
That is why.
You're fun. You're a performer.
She did everything right.
Yeah,
I
she
have
did.
no notes. I thought
No.
the song choices were great. I thought the transitions were great. It was like
Orlando Bloom has been doing dishes nonstop since that one
he
interview.
has. Orlando Bloom is
Yes.
so handsome, and they seem really in love and really chill and happy and all of the good things. So I loved
that's
her.
true. I will say this about Katy Perry. I will listen to the record. If she comes to town, I'm gonna go. I like Katy Perry.
Me too.
But this is kind of a bunny trail. That Call Her Daddy interview she did, where they asked her point blank about working with Dr. Luke.
And she skated
She figure skated a whole Joni Mitchell style. I was like,
and homegirl let her do it. What's her name?
Call Her Daddy.
Alex Cooper.
Alex Earl. Oh,
Alex.
I don't know.
It's Alex Cooper, and I like Alex Cooper, like as a persona.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, love you. No shade. No, listen.
We're not above. None of us are above criticism.
Yeah, but I do think
No.
what she's grown this podcast into is phenomenal.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to like on that, but like sometimes I'm like, girl, ask a follow up.
Yes. Do a little Diane Sawyer.
Yeah, like get in there, cause like you get the best guests.
Yes, literally.
The best guests.
The best guests.
And normally the interviews are fun and light but like when it's time to get in there, I need her to get in there.
I need you to dig, and then I need you to
because Katie's not doing a ton of interviews.
No, she's not.
So that was like our opportunity to get a good answer, and I feel like we kind of let her skate around it a little bit.
I'll be Alex, you be Katie. Katie, I hear you're working with Dr. Luke. What was the point of that?
Well, on Tuesdays I wear pink, and I like bananas, and I knew a guy in elementary school named Luke.
And womanhood is just that. That's what she said. This is what, now reverse it. Come on.
Katie, you've gotten recent criticism for working with Dr. Luke.
I have.
Talk to me a little bit about how that's made you feel and what you're doing to remedy that situation.
You know what? I'm going to be so honest with you, Alex Cooper. Dr. Luke makes hits, and I did not think that people would go in as hard that I was working with him again. I thought we forgot about it, and I wanted a hit record.
So you're saying that you put hit records over women?
In this moment, yeah, because I thought everybody would care. I didn't think anybody would care, and they care, and now I need to go back to the drawing board, but the album's already coming out, and I just need to eat the ghost and say this is what it is. I honestly think I would live. I would live. Sometimes you have to be honest. Yes.
That was horrible advice.
That's
Katie.
not horrible advice. Do you think it was better to be like, womanhood is flowers.
Ask me.
Okay. Katie. I don't know why I turned into Wendy Williams. So tell me. Katie, you were recently criticized for working with Dr. Luke. Talk about that.
So originally when we were making this album, the #1 goal was to give the best art possible. And we all came together and decided that Dr. Luke was the person to get us to where we needed to be. After the album is now complete, I am really proud of the work, but I do have to reflect on the fact that he has hurt people. And with that, there is a responsibility that I have to acknowledge as the artist and as the person who worked with him to say that although we've worked together on this project, what he did in that situation, we believe women. I have to apologize for giving my platform to a person who would do something like that. And I hope that this doesn't overshadow the art.
That was fierce. I like that. Hold on. Let's do one more. I'm Katie. You're Alex. No, hold on. I got one more. I got one more. It's gonna be fun. Okay. You're Alex. I'm Katie. I got one more.
You work with Dr. Luke. What happened?
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. Katie was fierce. Orlando Bloom is getting his dick sucked from now to eternity. Anybody else you want to talk about?
All of the Latin artists. Were
phenomenal.
Literally. Didn't understand a word, but understand the vibes and the energy.
The mic was off.
The mic was off.
And I do not care.
I don't care.
Because I was so entertained.
It was so good. I loved that we got to highlight those artists and that it introduced me to a lot of artists that I don't know. So that was great. Our K-pop boys and girls were phenomenal.
What you know about Lisa?
Lisa did the damn thing. It was overall a really good show. My only Megan.
Somebody come get the snake off of me. I thought I could do it, and I can't. Fingers longer than her body. I loved it.
She is just joy personified.
Literally.
She is so fun to watch.
And you could tell she was enjoying it.
She was having a good time.
Yes.
And it was a really good show. I agreed with most of the winners, I think.
Yeah.
Of course.
They said most iconic performance ever was Katy Perry singing Roar.
And that's not true.
That.
It was Lady Gaga paparazzi.
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga.
Okay.
My one small annoyance with Taylor. I actually really enjoyed her at this award show.
She was having fun.
She was having so much fun. I loved her with Post. I thought her acceptance speeches were great.
I know what you're going to say.
Could she not have just been like, I want to thank Travis for his love and support and been done?
No, because I told you why earlier.
Because the contract.
The whole alleged breakup contract thing came out. So it was Tree Payne down there doing type. And then she was like, I want to thank my boyfriend, Travis, and to the squeals of America.
I just feel like, and I've said this once, and I'm going to say it again. You're one of the most powerful women in the world, and you have this huge platform where you're like, I'm more than just the people I date. Everyone talks about my dating life all the time, and I'm more than that. And then you continuously give over
your power.
It's like, girl, it would have been totally appropriate to be like, I want to thank my loving boyfriend Travis for his love and support throughout this project and this relationship. I love you. Thank you. But to be like, when I was doing my job,
I heard a woohoo in the background.
It's just like a lot, and I feel for her, and I'm happy that she's happy, but it's just like, girl, let's talk about this. You're winning an award because you directed a great music video, and you're like talented, and you're powerful, and it's like always about Travis, and it annoys me.
And this is my other thing too. If you're really in love with somebody, you're not like, my beautiful, amazing, awesome, loving boyfriend. You're like, that stank over there. I love that man.
Like, it's something about it annoys me.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Any other VMAT?
No.
Okay, cool. Just some fun little things I've seen throughout the week. Ben and J-Lo were recently spotted having dinner and holding hands again.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Get over it.
Someone said they're soulmates. You can't help it. And I said, no, they're not. It's Matt and Ben.
You were on the Matt and Ben train.
I love the Matt and Ben train.
They need to let it go.
I know.
We've tried.
Pull a Frozen and let it go.
Also,
thank you so much for listening to this episode.
I thought I was going to talk about the Joker for a second.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Never
mind.
I kind of wanted to react to that. I'm so excited for that movie. When I was at the movies,
really?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was at the theater yesterday, and the trailer came up, I was like, this is going to be really good.
I'm excited for Lady Gaga because I know she's a fierce actor. I haven't really seen anything Joaquin's been in for a while. I think the last one I saw was like Walk the Line.
Mm-hmm.
But he is a great actor, and he really puts himself into a movie. Those movies also come with a very element of like just that dark, like you just kind of leave the theater feeling like, ooh.
Heavy.
Yeah, and so those aren't typically my movies. So, but I will see that because I know the acting is going to be fierce.
I am so excited. The way it's shot is so beautiful, and those two really commit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, though, is there a musical aspect to this movie?
I think since she's in there, it probably will be because they keep singing in the trailer.
Correct.
But then they're on it looks like they're on like a variety show, and she's like, let's give the people what they want, which I also think may lead to them just like shooting everyone in the studio audience. But, I mean, that seems like the kind of movie it's going to be.
Okay.
Like they hit the judge in the trailer.
I saw that.
So I don't know, but I mean, I wouldn't turn my back against it. Did you see the first Joker?
Yes.
Did you?
Who was in it?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, no, I don't think I saw that.
Oh.
It's too many universes and too many.
That part.
But you know, Heath Ledger was the Joker at one point in some universe.
Harley Quinn,
And people, it's
Margot
too
Robbie.
much!
Yes, there's 17 Spider-Mans.
I hate it.
Literally, hold on, Clark Kent. Clark Kent clan. No, there was Henry Cavill. Ben Affleck was a Batman for a while. Now we've got Robert, Twilight Boy. What's his last name? Robert Zimmerman. Nope.
And then there's like the little black boy Superman, Robert Pattinson.
I just said Robert Zimmerman.
Who is that?
Isn't that the guy?
That's George Zimmerman. Stupid.
I was like, oh, okay. Woo! I'm sorry.
You were so upset.
I was so upset. I was like, no. Okay, continue. Robert Pattinson, and then we had Christian Bale.
It's just a lot, and I never know what universe I'm in. I never know who's alive and who's dead.
Why isn't there a Legally Blonde universe?
That's what I'm saying.
Why isn't there a She's the Man universe?
Thank you.
Why isn't there
any other universe?
10 Things I Hate About You, 11 Things I Hate About You, 12? Like, let's do those sequels.
I know. It's just a lot, and I get very confused, and I want to be a Marvel girly or a DC Comics girly or a
Are you gonna watch
Disney,
Agatha all along?
Agatha. I don't even know what universe Agatha belongs in because it's too much.
It's a lot.
And then there's people having sex with robots and having babies, and then their babies get a spinoff. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's all too much.
It's just I get so overwhelmed, and I want to be a part, but I can't. It's too much.
Your Marvel Universe tea is valid.
Thank you.
You know what world I cannot get into no matter what I do?
What?
Star Wars.
Oh no,
Star Wars.
Never.
I've actually liked Dune
not.
over Star Wars, but it's just too much. There's and it's so much
and
exposition.
you have to start back in 1974, and I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing that. We'll give you that. I'll do Marvel before I do Star Wars.
100%.
I'll go to Star Wars Land.
I don't even know if that is.
In Disney World, but I'm not going to watch Star Wars.
Hey y'all, if you're like us and can't get enough of great stories, you're going to love what we have for you today. Audible. Whether you're commuting, working out, or chilling at home, Audible lets you turn any moments into a storytime adventure. With an Audible membership, you gain access to a vast library of audiobooks across every genre: thrillers, romance, self-help, sci-fi, and more.
Plus, Audible is not just audiobooks. They've got podcasts, guided wellness programs, and even exclusive Audible originals you will not find anywhere else. And if you're someone who loves to keep learning, Audible's got you covered with courses and educational content too. So it's basically like having an entire library in your pocket.
One of the coolest benefits, you can keep your audiobooks forever, even if you cancel your membership. Plus, if you start a book and realize it's not for you, no problem. Audible lets you exchange it for another, no questions asked. And with the Audible app, you can download titles to listen offline, which means your next adventure is just a click away wherever you are.
So why not give it a try? You can start with a free 30-day trial. Yes, free. Head over to audibletrial.com/rewind to sign up. You'll get a free audiobook to start with, 2 free Audible originals, and the freedom to explore all that Audible has to offer.
And by signing up through our link, not only do you get all these amazing benefits, but you also get to support our podcast. So it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Seriously, y'all, don't miss out on this. One more time, that link is audibletrial.com/rewind, audibletrial.com/rewind. Click that link, start your free trial, and dive into your next great listen with Audible today. Do you have something else you want to talk about?
Actually, yes.
What do you want to talk about?
You know how I love Fuhad and James from Shits and Gigs?
Shits and Gigs, yes.
That's one of my favorite podcasts. I am a certified cult baby / cult leader. I subscribe to the Patreon. I paid them a good clean $13 and some a month.
$13 a month? You don't even give me $13 a month.
to get their log cabin. So they went on the Flagrant podcast.
Not Flagrant.
With that racist dude. I think his name's Adam Schultz.
I've never heard of this man.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my gosh.
I know who Andrew Tate is.
Yeah, different, but the same.
Okay.
And this man brings them on when they were in the U.S. on their U.S. tour. And he's like, kind of low-key, I think, baited them a little bit.
Little like, let me get you into some hot water?
Exactly. So they're like talking or whatever, and he's like, have you ever dated black women? Oh, no, they start talking about the black girl effect, the black wife effect.
The black wife effect.
Where, you know, have y'all seen that?
Oh, yes.
Where it's like a white guy will start
Some nasty
dating.
little slanky white dude will start dating, then he will look like Travis Kelce before he downgraded to Taylor Swift.
Okay, whoa.
Fashion-wise.
Okay.
Should I start over?
No, that was great.
For you.
So, like, yeah. And they're like, have you, and James was like, yeah, you have to step your dick up if you're like dating a black girl, da-da-da-da-da. He's like, you know, all these guys, they start getting beards and they like, you know, get a clean cut, whatever. And Andrew, or Adam, I can't remember his name, was like, you know why they get a beard, right? It's because black girls are so abusive, they just smack you in the face. And these two are like, ha, 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 ha. And he was like, you know why they get haircuts, right? Because their black girlfriend stressing them out so much, nagging them all the time, their hair starts to fall out.
And they just...
And these two are, big laugh, mouth open. Ha, ha, ha. Baby, the way that the Black Woman Coalition got together and decided...
Not the Black Woman Coalition.
is no longer a thing.
Really?
That. It was all my For You page.
We're going to have to redo that little Taylor Swift part I just said.
My For You page was like, this is why we don't F with, well, I ain't going to say the words, but you know, whatever. Black men going to embarrass you every time. I mean, laying into them like, you don't protect black women. We're your #1 fan base. And you go on there and let somebody talk about us crazy. We're done. Block, cancel, cut up.
Yes.
And so,
well, with that being said, welcome to Rewind the Podcast. We protect black women here. I will protect this one with my life. And welcome. You don't need them.
Wait, okay. So, okay, my initial reaction.
Okay, let me hear about it.
As a black woman who is like a huge fan.
Did you listen to that podcast?
No, I don't listen to that guy.
Okay,
I didn't even know he existed, really.
Well, I know, but sometimes, like, you know, when your favorites are on something, you'll like.
Yeah, no, I saw the clips.
Okay.
I did not listen to the whole thing.
Up.
I kept up. My initial reaction was the same as everybody else. Like, how could you get on a platform that large and just completely not at least push back?
Now, if you don't mind me asking, how deep did he go in? And I don't want to say like, oh, like one joke's not bad. That's not what I'm saying. But like two, because I mean, like you can kind of laugh like, or did you expect from the drop to be almost like Will Smith?
That is what you hope for, or at least as a black woman who I think black girls comment below if you agree. We're tired of being the butt of the joke. And like, why are y'all talking about us? We ain't even in the room. It's a bunch of niggas, no shade, and Andrew in there talking like, why are you talking about us? This has nothing to do with us. It'd be different if it was black women in the room and you wanted to have a conversation about black women. How we get in it? And it's like always, and the fact that they were going into it initially saying like, no, do you like black women or whatever are great, and for him to take that opportunity to shit on us and for them not to at least say like, hey, that's not cool, that's not true, we love black women, we protect black women, one of a mama is black, the other one I think got a black sister because he's biracial.
Oh, okay.
So it's like not cute.
Yeah.
And especially when, like I said, we're giving our money to support
the black dollar.
Yeah, to
the
support
black lady dollar.
Correct, to support your situation, and you can't even stand up for us in a room with other dudes.
Yeah.
Like, ew. But, you know, I took a step back and I was like, I'm going to listen to the apology because if one comes, I'm going to give it a couple days, see if they apologize.
We are listening. We are learning. We are behaving better.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And they apologized today.
Let's hear it.
It was very direct, which I appreciated. Okay. It was very much like they said straight up, like, we had the opportunity to protect Black women and we did it. And we f***ed off and dropped the ball. And, like, it's devastating that we hurt our community and all of those things. And I, as a consumer, I'm like, I still don't know if I want to give y'all my money.
I was going to say, was that enough?
Yeah. As a consumer.
Okay, I guess it was.
I don't know if I want to give them my money. I'm going to have to pray on it, honestly, and think about it. As a person, though, I do understand how hard it is in that moment when it's a fight or flight to fight in that moment. And the reason I know that is because as a Black person who grew up in white spaces, before I felt fully, there have been times where things have been said that I did not appreciate, and I did not always correct it in the moment. Mm-hmm. When I was younger.
Try it now.
Before high school.
Mm-hmm.
Younger, like a kid.
Yeah.
So I do know what that feels like. So I want to give them grace, and that, like, it is hard in that space when you're a guest to be like, let me get you together on your show. Mm-hmm. But y'all 30-some-year-old men.
I was going to say, you see Spencer Pratt on Call Her Daddy. She's like, so you'll never be relevant again. He got up and got out of there
that
right
was a
then.
Bit.
Was it?
It was a bit.
Oh, okay. Well. Still. That's why you don't just watch the clips, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, publicists, I mean, they're probably not there with a publicist, but maybe they are. I don't know. But it's just like absolutely not. Or they just say, we're going to let it play out.
Well, they said that, like, throughout the podcast, they were like, can we please move along? Can we please move on? Can we please move on? Mm-hmm. Like, they kept asking to move on.
Why are you going on there in the first place then?
They shouldn't have been on there in the first place.
That's like when people go on, like, something that is so totally opposite of, like when an
Thank you.
atheist comes on a Christian podcast,
Yeah.
or like a racist goes on a Black people podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you know what I mean? They shouldn't have. It doesn't even go with. It does. I guess I see the parallels, and, like, all of them are men, and it's like bros.
Good demographic.
And this is my last point. As much as I blame them for not protecting Black women in that moment, that Andrew, is his name Andrew or Adam?
Andrew
can go suck a dick.
Oh.
And not in a fun way. He need to mind his white business.
Is he white?
Yeah. He's Jewish, and he's very open about being Jewish, and it's like a thing that should be celebrated. But ain't nobody making gas chamber jokes.
That part.
That's insane.
That is insane.
Like, you have to be a person, and I think he's a person, and you and your podcast. And this is another thing that perpetuates. Men gonna embarrass you every time. Because on the internet, straight man.
That part.
On the internet, the whole joke was like, no man deserves a microphone except the guys on Shits and Gigs and what they do. But I will say this. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to continue to watch.
And you love them.
I do love them. And I do, like I said, as a person, want to, like, I don't like the, like, you messed up one time and now you're canceled. I also don't like where the conversation has led to, like, do they like Black women? Do they date Black women? Like, you can date who you want to. Your preference is your preference. It didn't help that they were also on Poor Minds, and you know how I love Poor Minds.
Those girls are funny.
And they were like,
that was so weird.
And they were like, in Atlanta, because that's where they film, and they were like, we haven't seen any baddies in Atlanta. What?
Yeah. For real.
You mean like the ass capital of the world?
I was in LA. I was in Atlanta for 24 hours at the Coca-Cola Museum, and I saw baddies.
Exactly.
So what are you talking about?
So it was like that whole thing too, coupled with that. It was just very anti-Black women. I genuinely don't think that they are anti-Black women. I think that they've just lived in a world, the same world that the rest of us lived in, where Black women are not protected and valued. And I do think that needs to change.
Yeah, because how's that work in the UK?
I don't know. And that's another, that's a good point. I don't know. I don't know the difference.
Because, like, here we deal with obviously, and this is a worldwide thing, but you know what I mean? Like, we deal with racism, we deal with, like, you know, things like that. Over
because
there,
we had slavery, Jim Crow, like all of those things where I don't know their history.
yeah, as far as I know, up there they had tea and crumpets. And
yeah, but I knew that they do have a place in slavery. I don't know what that place is, and I'm just not educated on it like that. But I know they have like a big African population and like a lot of immigrants, like Black immigrants. But being a Black American is just different.
Well,
than being,
I'm agreeing with you. I'm not agreeing.
Yeah, than being British and Black. So maybe they didn't understand the nuance. And you see Tyla is going through that same thing right now.
Is she?
Yes, because she is South African, and the caste system, apartheid is a completely different conversation. And how she presents and the things she says don't make sense to like Black Americans. And so it's kind of been a weird adjustment for her as well.
Interesting.
And even like, because she's considered colored in her country because she's biracial, and that's what they call biracial people, I believe. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And like the systems of who takes care of who, it comes off as entitled. Like at the VMAs when she supposedly asked Halle to hold her award, like
people went wild. They were like, "Don't make that girl hold your award."
Yeah, it was like this weird race thing that I think just like when you're having a multicultural conversation, it needs to be acknowledged. So I don't know what the British situation is, and I don't even know where I am with Shits and Gigs right now. I do love them. And I do feel for them because they're our age. And like being in front of lights and cameras, and it's just us. And sometimes we say stuff and it get edited out.
It edits it out, all the way out.
On the cutting room floor.
Well, and I will say, like, even to add to the joke, but for real, like, we'll say stuff and then we'll watch it back and we'll be like, that doesn't even come across the way we said it. So, but also I don't say racist stuff. And if someone was like,
let's be very clear, we're never racist, homophobic, or make fun of people who are different, or you know have any type
that's
of
not on the
disability.
cutting room floor.
No, that's not on the cutting room floor, and never will be. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
But you know we
release the footage.
You know we do say stuff sometimes where we're like, I don't like the way that sounded.
Yeah.
Let's take that back. Okay, cool. Let's move on along.
Speaking of podcasts, guess who had to cancel their podcast interview on Talk Tua, the Hawk Tua Girls podcast, because someone tried to assassinate him?
Donald Trump.
He was going on
the Hawk Tua.
He was
Girls
going on Talk Tua.
He was
going on Talk Tua.
Oh, you're lying.
Did you like that little trail I just took for you? I said, how low can we go to raise it back up high?
He was going on Talk Tua.
Well, that's what I saw on Twitter. X.
So we don't even know if that's true.
I believe it's true. Let me look.
I don't know if that's real. Blake believe everything. He like a 60-year-old lady.
I'm not.
On Facebook.
Is it so?
Did you know that Barack Obama?
Is it so far-fetched to believe that Donald Trump would be on Talk Tua?
We don't know if it's true or not.
I don't know if it's true or not, but it probably is true because let's be real.
I love how you just say stuff.
I do.
That's amazing. Okay. Donald's had a rough week.
He's had a rough week.
He had a debate performance. Then he goes on a tangent on Taylor Swift. And then somebody tried to assassinate him.
While he was playing golf.
Second time. For the second time.
Can a man just play a game of golf anymore?
What are your thoughts?
So, you know, the first time it happened, it was like everywhere. As soon as it happened, boom, 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 boom. This time around, it seems very throwaway. Yeah. Like, it almost seemed like the Emmys are tonight. This happened with blah, 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 blah. Oh, and Donald Trump, someone tried to shoot him.
That is so scary.
That is wild.
I do, and I'm not saying he deserves to be shot at. Nobody deserves to be shot at.
Say clear your answer real quick. Yeah. It's going on the internet.
Yeah, but I will say violence begets more violence. And when you spew things like, I hate a certain person, anybody, it's like that's the energy you're putting out into the world. So it does not surprise me that this is where we are. It really doesn't.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And it's sad. With the Taylor Swift thing, I had a physical reaction to that for some reason.
You really did. Now, I will ask you before you go into that, do you think it was a Swiftie?
No.
Okay. The Swifties got together and said, team meeting.
No.
Okay.
But I had a real physical reaction to that. Him putting that on, what's it called? Truth
MAGA Social.
Truth Social.
True Social. Never been on it.
Yeah, me either.
Because I think it's anything probably but the truth.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of AI flags.
Yeah.
Retweet if you love this and it's a grandma with 7 fingers.
For sure. Mm-hmm. I just felt like this is where we are. For one, I think it's dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
And I will double down on that. When you have a platform that large, to put all of that hate literally toward one individual, like I was like, oh my God, if something happens to her, that will be devastating.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing: people were like, she shook it off. You know, she's at the game. Blah blah blah.
It's not funny.
You know, backstage.
Yeah.
She was.
And she has parents.
She has parents. She has a brother
and family and friends and people who love her and who have her safety as their number one priority. And it's just sad that, like, that is where we are.
A grown man.
Someone who's old enough to be her grandfather.
That is the real tea.
Saying something like that is just, I don't like it. It makes me feel icky. And it made me scared for her.
Well, and it's just so funny, too, because not funny, haha, funny, like, because you have people who, somebody will say, oh, Taylor Swift's doing rituals at the Eras tour, and they'll believe it. And then Donald Trump will say, I hate Taylor Swift. And they already don't like this person, and they already, you know, are looking sideways towards this person. And then when their leader essentially says, go, and
that is what January 6th was. Like, he's trying to pass the buck on these assassination attempts is because we're so divisive. Like, and I don't, and you can't put that on Harris or Biden. There is one person who's been the most divisive, in my humble opinion, and it's him. Like I said, I threw up a prayer for Taylor because I was like, I hope nothing happened to that child. And
because you know she's probably riding in extra armor right now.
Oh, for sure, because people are freaking crazy. And I think January 6th was a perfect example of the fact that people will do crazy things behind Donald Trump. And I don't want to.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't want to deal with it. It's also sad when people don't take it seriously because I think we've all become so desensitized to like that kind of talk.
Well, it immediately becomes memes. It becomes LOL on the internet. Like even things like the debate and stuff. You're like, these are serious topics that are going to affect us. And I love a good meme.
Yeah,
I love a good meme. But immediately, like I guess online, people were like even the joke I just made. Oh, the Swifties are gonna. You know, it was the Swifties who decided to assassinate. This is going to be fire. You know, if we don't get behind her, she won't support Reputation. You know, they were doing I Love Taylor Swift on Twitter. And it's just like, no, like this is still a very serious
thing.
Moment.
And you learn that when you're like 3 to say that you don't hate people. You literally learn that when you're in preschool. And the fact that this 80-year-old man hasn't grasped that concept, that is not only dangerous and disrespectful, it's just an ugly thing to say.
It's just ugly.
It's ugly.
It's ugly.
You know what else is ugly? Hearing Uncle Shannon Sharpe moaning and groaning on Instagram.
No. Let me say what it was ugly to hear, but I was
watching. Here's the thing, and Angel was talking about how pretty her like moan was. She was like, it was so like, she was like, that's what I wish I sounded like.
Literally. Well, maybe let's fill in the if you are a sports person at all.
You know,
Shannon Sharpe has the dick of death apparently.
He accidentally went live during an intimate. Okay, you have to remember, we ain't talking about somebody in their 20s or 30s or 40s. Shannon Sharpe, I believe, is in his 50s. Check me if I'm wrong. And there is nothing to gain.
56. He's 56.
That's an older person in social media world.
Here's what we're gonna do.
It's 3 clicks to get on Instagram Live.
Okay, so
if he was already in Instagram, say he was already scrolling.
You're scrolling while you're.
No, I'm saying like before the encounter, and he threw his phone. It takes 3 clicks to get on Instagram Live.
I'm looking right now.
Everybody already checked.
Okay, 1, open Instagram. 2, I hit the plus button. I don't see anything about going live. Let me do it this way. Okay, so you have to scroll 1. And then 2, and then you go live, and see, now you're live. And now you're live. Checking connection, cancel. Turn off the live. Am I live? No.
But yeah,
okay.
Like it's
not
as hard as I think people think if you tussling around in the bed. I done tussled around in the bed and accidentally did a Snapchat before.
Have you really?
I was tussling by myself. I was just moving around. I wasn't tussling with nobody.
Tussling around, and then she got on the Snapchat. Yeah. That's why her Snap score is 124,963.
No, I was by myself in the bed, and I was like, "Is that my Snapchat?" Like that.
That's crazy.
So, but he was moaning. And,
like that.
It was very much that, and I was so embarrassed on their behalf.
Honestly, okay, we talked about this earlier. I gave the straightforward answer for Katy Perry, and you were like, "That's a horrible answer." I'm just gonna say, I be.
He originally was like, "I got hacked," and then he was like,
"How do you get hacked?"
I was having
sex. I'm a gorgeous man of a certain age, and this lady wanted to take my castle, and I took hers.
Yeah, and he called her my Michelle. Yeah, that's my Michelle. I said, I gotta go.
Listen.
I gotta go.
People will watch dirty movies.
Game over that fan.
Literally, people will watch dirty movies. People love to read smut.
Yes,
but suddenly when someone's acting it out in real life, which they think is in the privacy of their own home, suddenly it's like, oh my stars.
Yeah, he did.
That man was dicking her down.
He did nothing wrong.
He was dicking her down.
It was two consenting adults. It was embarrassing. I'm glad that there was no he didn't lose his job or they're both very embarrassed. They both had to probably call their children and let them know that this was going to be on the internet.
Kids, your parents like to get okay.
Okay, whoa. Okay. Oh my God. Which I think
that's from Trixie Mattel, and I believe it.
It is embarrassing, and I feel bad because I'm embarrassed on their behalf. I would be mortified. But at some point, you just got to be like,
people have sex. How do you think you got here?
Exactly.
Everyone is here because your Nana got laid.
Okay, let's move on.
That's the tea.
This is getting into a territory I don't want to be in.
What is the territory?
I don't
your
want to
Nana.
talk about it. Okay, moving on along.
Did you watch the Emmys?
R.I.P. Nana.
Did you watch the Emmys?
I didn't.
I did. I went to a watch party. It was very fun. I had a tea. Yeah, they were okay.
I honestly know nothing about the Emmys. It's giving uneventful. I didn't see. I keep up, I did not see any looks that were earth-shattering. Sounds like nothing really happened.
Who is that beautiful chocolate man from Abbott Elementary?
It's Tyler James Williams. He had the beautiful cut-off arms. He was gorgeous. Him, Jonathan Bailey. They gave a governor's award or something to the guy who gave the first gay kiss on Dawson's Creek, and how he's created a bunch of gay content. Love that.
He was beautiful too. Him and his husband. Oh, it was beautiful. It was a great night for the gays.
I love that.
But
Congrats.
I will say overall, it was a ceremony.
Were there any performances? Did people get up there and sing songs?
No performances. They did little bits that were just the best one was at the end when the whole Schitt's Creek cast came out. That was cute, but other than that, some of the bits I was like, okay, well, this is why the program is 3 hours. But I will say there was one really good speech by John Leguizamo, Luigi. But he apparently took out a full-page ad in the New York Times a while back and was like, the Emmys needs to be more diverse. Hollywood needs to be more diverse. And apparently this was the most diverse, both nominated and attended and won Emmys in history. A Latina won her first award in 2024.
Go ahead, Latine.
This has been going on since the 40s.
Big ups, Latinx.
And it took almost 80 years.
That's crazy.
That's wild. Viola Davis, 2015. First black lady.
Yeah.
That is wild. Anyways, she won for The Bear. Do you know about The Bear?
I've heard about it.
Okay, yeah.
I've never
not
watched.
a comedy. But they were, projected to win a bunch of stuff, but Hacks took it over. I have not seen any of these shows.
I'm like, what are we talking
have a pop
about?
culture podcast, and my friend was like, have you seen Hacks? I was like, no. Shogun? No. Yellowstone? No.
Do you know the show I do want to watch?
Tell me.
Not to change the subject. It's on Hulu.
9 Perfect Strangers?
And it's with that lady. Hold on.
That's a good.
No, girl,
How I Met Your Father with Hilary Duff?
No.
Oh.
No.
Tell me lies?
No. It's a black woman who's the
How to Die Alone?
How to Die Alone.
How to Die Alone. I was getting there.
I want to watch that.
I heard it's really funny.
I heard it's so funny. That's on my list. There's another show people were telling me about with Nicole Kidman that's really good.
9 Perfect Strangers?
Probably.
Or Lioness. She's everywhere.
She's everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't watch the Emmys. I normally do watch the award shows, but like I said, I really didn't even know they were on until 15 minutes before they were on.
Well, apparently it was 2 parts too, because they did a creative Emmys, like best script writing, best host, best all that. Now I will say RuPaul is probably somewhere getting ready to snipe out the Traitors, because I've been watching Traitors. I caught up 6 months after it was hot, but they finally broke the 8-year streak that RuPaul's Drag Race had been winning.
Oh wow.
And honestly, it needed to win because RuPaul's Drag Race is running a little stale right now.
Oh, wow.
They need to revamp the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Other than that, I think anything else you want to talk about? The only other thing I have is that Pink Friday 3 is the continuous album of Nicki Minaj.
Wait, what happened? What's going on with Pink Friday 3?
She was supposed to do Pink Friday 2, Reloaded again or whatever, and now it's just Pink Friday 3 because she's got so many good songs. She's going to do another Pink Friday. I'm like, do we need another Pink Friday?
What's on Pink Friday 2?
Don't Stop the Beat. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
All my titties.
Hi.
That's on my titties. Come in here and hit me on my biddies.
Okay, maybe I'm ready for Pink Friday 3. I don't know. Hey.
You can ride it, you can dip it and drive it, and it's a comedy.
Nicki Minaj, we apologize. We're ready.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
we were like, ew, Pink Friday. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're like, hang on.
Every song on the album.
I love that.
I do want Nicki to get back to the fun Nicki that I feel like we've taken a hard left into drama land. It'd be fun to have like a fun Nicki album again. So actually, I'm low-key here for it.
Yeah. Well, I will say this: in these tumultuous times, you know, Democrat versus Republican, rich versus poor, white versus black, the music is getting fun again.
It is.
So, you know,
it'll bring us together.
it will. Hopefully, the
we
times
are
will.
the world.
We are the children. That is literally a group song.
But I was still in it.
Okay, go.
We are the world. We are the children. Hallelujah. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Thank you so much for watching this
There's
episode.
a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day. Just you and me. We are down and out.
No. No.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Rewind the Podcast. If you want to listen to other episodes of Rewind the Podcast, you can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you like podcasts. I'm not going to tell you what you like because you know what you like. You're grown and you're an adult. But if you want to watch our beautiful faces, you can head over to the YouTube and watch the podcast there. And you can watch, subscribe, comment, and make sure you sign up for alerts because we are cranking out new content like a college kid in a bottle of lotion. Okay? With that being said, Raven.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast and watching. If you're here on YouTube, you can follow me on all social media platforms at I am Raven Dawson.
And I am chronically online. You can find me anywhere there's a social media site, and I will be there. Social. I said it, and I mean it, and I stand by it.
Okay.
At Blake Rackley. And with that being said, we'll see you
Later.
next week.
Toodles.
We are